tell me, what was your relationship like with your father and your mother when you were growing up?
Well, no, we and I particular would. I had my father was had a very responsible job with the Pennsylvania Railroad at that time. He had a very responsible job. He became chief engineer of Pennsylvania Railroad, and he had a way of. We never got a thrashing. He never put a hand on us, but his punishment was to talk to us very severely. And those are the things that I do remember him talking to me very severely, and what he was going to do if I ever did it again. And that was my relationship. Was you stay in line, or you're going to be in trouble.
Now, we were talking earlier, you were telling me some of the things you used to do with your family. You were talking about one particular trip y'all took. You used to go for rides in the car.
Yes.
And you were telling me about one trip that you took. Things didn't go so well.
The engine ran out of oil, and that could be very severe on a car. And so that happened. And it was near a town way out in the country. And there were a number of us. When we went riding, that car was full with a little.
Do you remember what kind of car it was?
It was Buick. It was a 1926 Buick, and so Dad spread a board across the two little seats, and then four of us children would sit on that board. I would always want the window seat, because if it didn't get the window seat, I'd get sick riding that. And so there were four of us on there, and there were three in the back seat and three in the front seat, because the family was big and we had these aunts to accommodate.
Now,
I'm good.
so we're on, yeah.
Yeah, but this is how I get into trouble. I said, you know what? I would like to start at one corner of this pool, and you go all around. I couldn't swim. I would go all around the pool, holding on to the edge of the pool, and then turn around and come back just for an experience. Well, I down there died from slipping off the railing in the deep water, and fortunately a lifeguard saw me and brought me back to my dad. He didn't say anything. He didn't say anything one way or another.
How old were you at the time?
I was pretty young. I don't know, 8 or 10 years old maybe.
Now, swimming went on to become a kind of a lifetime passion for you, didn't it?
Yes, it became. I felt that it was very good exercise, and I got some publicity out of it, and I appreciated, and medals, and so I did like it, and I continued to swim after that incident.
Well, now you're about 8 years old when the incident where you nearly drowned occurred, right?
No, say what?
You were about 8 years old at that time.
I think so, somewhere around there.
Now, when did you pick up from there? When did you pick up swimming as a form of exercise? Where did you learn to swim from that?
In
point?
college, I think in college, when I was in college, I would go over and in the afternoon swim for an hour and come back. I think that that's the time I really learned it. After I learned to swim, I didn't learn to swim at 2 years old. After I had 4 children, and they were always able to swim at the age of 2, every one of them. So it wouldn't happen to them.
Okay. Now, when did you take up swimming seriously?
in
Was that in college or high
college.
school?
Yeah, in college. As soon as I went in, as soon as the coach asked me to join the team, and it was probably a sophomore in college, something like that by that time.
Okay.
So I enjoyed it.
All right.
We enjoyed the trips. And
You swam a lot? You swam a lot in college?
I swam a lot in college. Yeah, I did. And so I've kept it up ever since then until lately when I had trouble with my legs.
How did you get on? I understand you're on a swimming team in college. Is that right?
I was on the swimming team.
How did that come about?
I was a captain of a team at the last year. Guess what?
How did that come about? How did you go to? How did you come on? How did you come to be on the swim team?
The coach was noting that I was there every day in the pool. I must have swum along the side, but he was there to teach to have a team, but he must have noticed that I was swimming along the side. And so one day he asked me, he said, I see you're here every day. I'd like to have you be on the team. And so I did join the team, but there was my ability were long distance swims, and so that's where the competition went down. And so I was able to make my way through
Did your team win a lot of competitions?
Did my team what?
Did your swim team win a lot of competitions?
They swam against other small schools in Pennsylvania, and we would win our share. I would say maybe 50-50, something like that. Okay. But it was good. I enjoyed the trips to other places and swimming against other people, and I enjoyed that part of it. Sometimes I would. In college, they would call on me to, the coach would call on me to borrow a car, and then I borrowed a car from my aunts to swim, and I took some of the team with me.